Welcome, everybody. What is the most important takeaway from today? In front of a whole room full of witnesses, Miles Nadal said, and I quote, "I knew that the first $360,000 was only the beginning." Miles, a celebration is nice, but what you said warms everybody's heart. We have a recording secretary. Nobody will forget. As people nowadays say, first the good news. The good news is that my co-president, Ellen, has restricted me to 2 remarks. Maybe 5, well, certainly not more than 10. That's out of the question. So I'm going to make a remark. And I'd just like to preface it with a remark, which doesn't count. Mayor Chow, in the Jewish tradition, there's a thing, which is you don't want to be the first one to say something. It's always better if somebody before you said it. They're smarter, they're more eminent. So I was trying to think of the perfect thought for this moment, and I will give it to you. I found what I consider to be the perfect thought, and it applies particularly to the point where Miles is sitting. This thought was expressed by B.J. Thomas. Raindrops keep falling on my head. That is where the leak was. Praying is not easy at the best of times, but when raindrops are falling on your head, it's impossible. And we realized then, much as we'd like to, we couldn't ignore the problem. And that started the momentum rolling. I don't think it would be out of place to say that Adam put everything he had into raising the money and to getting the people to fix the place up. And he was a working stiff while this was happening. He had a full-time job. So all the credit to him. Mayor Chow, another thought about the Jewish tradition, which you might be slightly familiar with. Everybody here, everybody in Toronto probably knows the most famous Hagbah in Toronto. Hagbah is when you take the scroll of the Torah out of the ark and you lift it. Larry Tannenbaum, in 2019, lifted the trophy when the Raptors won, and he said, Hagbah. Not exactly a Sefer Torah, but his heart was in the right place. What you should know about your fellow counselor is that Diane has the second most famous Hagbah. I urge everybody, because it's going to become a collector's item, Diane doing Hagbah in her synagogue, the Nar River. If you want to do one here, let us know. Okay, here we go. In any event, I'm trying to speak in a lighthearted way, but the generosity of our donors has been just fantastic. It's the right thing to do. It keeps the synagogue going, and because they have been so good about it, and we know where to find them, we'll be back. With that, I'll conclude my remarks, and everybody's invited downstairs for refreshments and just a chat.